Problem 4. List the point indices of titanium, barium and oxygen ions for a unit cell of the uh, perovskite crystal structure. So this crystal structure has been shown. So in this crystal structure you have 8 barium atoms on the corners, 6 oxygen atoms on the faces, and there is one titanium atom in the middle of the body. Okay, so this is a kind of like a combination of the BCC and FCC structure. So we have to find the point indices. So considering this X, Y and Z coordinate system, so the point indices for different atoms can be written as, so for example atom 1, the point indices, because this is on the origin, so the points indices will be 0 0 0. Okay, for atom 2, so it is on x-axis, so it will be 1 0 0, because on y-axis and z-axis there is no translation. Okay, so similarly for 3 4 5 6 7 and 8 we can write it. So 3. Okay, so for 3, if 3 is here, so 3 it will be 1 1 and 0. So 1 1 and 0. Remember that this is a cubic structure. Okay, so the A, B and C are all equal. So A is the distance along x-axis, B along y-axis and C along z-axis. 4 it will be, so 0 1 0. Okay, 5 is here. Okay, 5 it will be 0 0 1. 6 it will be 1 0 1. 7 it will be 1 1 1, and 8 it will be 0 1 1. Okay, so these are the 8 corner atoms. Okay, next for the oxygen atoms, the atom numbers are 9 10 11 12 13 and 14. Okay, so their coordinates are, so number 9, point 9 is half the distance along the x-axis and half the distance along the y-axis. 1 by 2 1 by 2 0. Point 10 is half the distance along the x-axis, half the distance along the 0 distance along the y-axis. Okay, half the distance along the x-axis, 0 distance along the y-axis and half the distance along the z-axis, so it will be 1 by 2. 11 is on the front face. Okay, so 11 is on the front face, so 11 is one distance along the x-axis, half the distance along the y-axis and half the distance along the z-axis, so it will be 1 by 2. 12 is on the right side face, so it will be half the distance along the x-axis, a distance of 1 along the y-axis and a distance of half along the z-axis. and 13 will be 13 is here. It's on the back side of backside face. So 0 distance along the x-axis, half distance along the y-axis, and half distance along the z-axis. And 14 is here on the top. So 14 is on the top. So half the distance along the x-axis, half the distance along the y-axis, and full distance along the z-axis. And now the 15th atom, which is the titanium atom. So 15th atom is in the middle of this crystal structure. So half the distance along the x-axis, half the distance along the y-axis, and half the distance along the z-axis. So this is so these are the point indices of the given crystalline structure. In this video I have used the term atoms for these ions. So actually well, these are the ions, not the atoms. So this is just a minor correction.